It
Okay.
says we're live.
Hey, chat. I see us live.
Someone's here.
You.
Name that song.
I just really love that you titled this The Final Countdown to Imbolc.
Yes.
Hi, Holly. How are
Hi,
you?
Molly.
I think that's very funny. Hi, Liz. What's up?
Yes. I mean, you know me. I've got to come up with a goofy name when I'm put on the spot to make a name for a live. Like, go now. You're doing an impromptu live. What do I name it? The Final Countdown to Imbolc is what we named
I'm
it.
here for it.
Because that's where we're at.
Yeah. So February 1st is coming.
It is,
And
and it's
that's
coming.
amazing. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming in hot.
It really is.
Seasonal shenanigans with Melissa and Safrianna are good times. I'm curious if you wanted to talk a little bit about what you're most excited about with our magical ritual coming up on February 1st.
So I haven't talked very publicly about it. I've been writing about it more recently, but back in 2019, I took priestess vows to Brigid, and I am really feeling her this year.
You want to explain to people who she is?
Yes. So Brigid, oh my gosh, she's so many entities. First of all, Brigid, of course, is known as like a Celtic, Welsh goddess all through Britain and like so many Eastern European regions. But she is such a just major goddess force that she actually ended up in voodoo. She has ended up in cultures all across the world, like under different names. So I call her a goddess of 1,000 names. But the Brigid that I work with is that Celtic Brigid, who is a mother who lost a child. That's something very important to know about her that not a lot of people know about her. And she is the originator of keening in lore.
Mm.
So she's a deep feeler. She grieves deeply for what is lost.
Mm-hmm.
She is a smith. She made weapons for war. She is a poet. She is a bard, a gifter of magical words. And she's a healer. She's associated with both fire and water. And there's just, I mean, I could give a dissertation on Brigid, but whether you believe in gods or goddesses or just a god or the universe doesn't matter. Brigid is an archetype that you can work with. And her energy is maternal and fierce. She's a fierce mama. Her energy is creative.
I could not find the mute button fast enough.
I know we're on a new platform here. I don't know where the mute button is either, so sorry about it. But she is just this potent, multifaceted woman. And I have been getting like there's the story of her mantle, this cloak that she hangs on a sunbeam. And I have been feeling that mantle wrapping around me, this warmth of her coming in. And I know that in our shenanigans rituals, I always lead some kind of guided visualization meditation practice. And she's gonna be there.
Oh,
She's like, hey, knocking on the door, like, I'm ready to talk. And so I'm just so excited to see what the heck comes through with that, because this will be outside of like a group of 4 people. This is going to be the first time I'm going to be a priestess of Brigid working with Brigid energy in a bigger group. Like since I took my vows, right? I've been running rituals for 18 years, but this is like, and I know that this is the perfect group to really step into my power and like really own that in a way I've never owned it before. And so that's really exciting for me too, is just, this is a continued evolution of who I am, and that I get to offer that gift to people that come hang out with us.
What I love about her is that she's also, because of course the Catholic Church had to take everything good in the world.
She's a saint, right?
Patron saint of ironworkers, which I think is so epic. Like, especially at this time when so many of us are drawing either literal swords or metaphysical swords right now. Like, we are really in this.
Hold out.
I keep thinking like I keep feeling a lot of Joan of Arc energy in me, like, I'm not afraid, I was born to do this, and, like, just this idea of taking up the sword, and, I also love that one of the rituals, for this time of year is to lay out ribbon and fabric on the altar to her. I find that to be such a beautiful idea, like this idea of handing her these things with which we make beautiful garments, like you were mentioning her mantle and hanging it on the sunbeam. Like I just think there's so much just potent magic at this time of year, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really, really excited about it, especially because this is the when I was doing a word witch writing circle with Kate Ballou yesterday, and one of the things she talked about is how poetry is how February is potent for poetry.
Mm.
And I was like, "Yes."
Because it's Brigid's holiday, like,
Yeah.
Imbolc kicks off poetry season. How
So we're
about
gonna
that?
kick off February with this gorgeous, glorious shenanigans, joyful ritual, and then we can take the whole month of February to, like, engage in the potency of poetry. And I'm really excited to see how we mother ourselves through the season until equinox. Like, there's something so beautiful about taking this symbolism of the goddess of Brigid and mothering each other and mothering ourselves through particularly through the month of February into March into equinox. I think it just sets us up because that's what we need right now. I talked about this in my Substack yesterday, like to mother the grieving or to father the grieving and mother the wounded.
Mm.
I just think we're just being called to like hold ourselves in this place and mother ourselves and care for ourselves and nurture ourselves. And I feel like that's the big invitation of the season, you know?
Mhm. I had to take some notes there because I was
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, this is coming in hot." I
Yeah.
am totally making us a poetry circle on the Heartbeat community in the Shenanigans section. That
Mm,
is
right.
happening.
Yes.
And, oh my gosh, like, I'm doing a live butterfly method immersion for all of our bundle participants that join us for the whole year in seasonal shenanigans. We're gonna write some emo poems, I bet, and get the shadows worked out.
Yeah.
It's coming together. I was like, "What are we gonna do that's gonna be a little different this time?" There it is.
I like it.
And another thing coming in with Brigid and this holiday that I just love symbolically is the Brigid's cross, which
Mhm.
if you've seen is it's like folded wheat in on top of itself or folded grain. I'm not sure, hay, straw, something
Great.
was
Yeah.
traditionally used, but I've made them with pipe cleaners before
Nice.
and done that braiding, folding, and that itself is a reminder of our 4 bodies and then the larger body
Yes.
because I really like to imagine each of the 4 quarters of the Brigid's cross is one of those elements and one of our bodies. And so there's a lot of great there's a lot of great symbolism with all of the holidays, but that's one of my favorites with Imbolc is Brigid and Brigid's cross and the snowdrops, right? Like this is a time of year where we're literally about to get a snowstorm here. I think it's gonna be like 18 inches or some nonsense. I don't know. It keeps changing and it keeps going up. So,
Yeah.
but what's happening under that blanket of snow at this time of year is everything underneath is really preparing to reemerge. It's
Mm,
in that cold, still darkness to reemerge. And Imbolc is that holiday of really seeing that flame and that light return. Where winter solstice, we know it's coming. We don't really see it. Imbolc, we really start to see it, even though it's still clearly winter
mhm.
and things are happening in the dark and under the surface. So yeah, there's just a lot of really
One
rich. So,
one of the other epic things that we talked about yesterday was that this is the season of the promise of the coming of the planting of seeds.
mhm.
So it's this really beautiful liminal space where we're still like the promise of spring is coming. So we're still in this in between spot where we're just holding the anticipation of the change of the season. And we did a whole writing about snowdrops, like what is the message of snowdrops
Yeah.
and what does it have to offer you, which was really great. because I was thinking of my own snowdrops that show up in my yard, in the ugliest part of my yard. Show up, and I'm all, "What are you doing there being so beautiful? Thank you."
Thank
Um,
you.
but I love that idea of, like, we talked yesterday about honoring the dream space and really thinking about from February 1st to spring equinox, this idea of, like, playing in how are we honoring the possibility of what's coming with spring? Like, we don't have to wield it or do anything to it or take some sort of specific action. We just get to just play around with the notion that of possibility and
Mm.
honor this dream space that we're in right now of really just being within the dream of what's coming.
Mhm. And, Imbolc is a cross quarter day, so we got the equinoxes and the solstices. Our last cross quarter day was Samhain, so it was like the death and the letting go, and Imbolc is the dreaming. It's okay. Well, now what's next? And
Yeah.
then by Beltane, we're giving it the sensuous energy. We're really planting it deep in the body, right?
Yeah.
So that's also like just I love these liminal holidays for how they help us bridge the gap between the more obvious shifts in season.
Well, and I really love like what we're gonna do with the ritual on February 1st. Um, One of the things I've really been thinking about is the quickening. Like, what is quickening within us? Like, how are we feeling? Which really means, like, the root of it means of the word quickening is to make alive or to give vitality. So to really start to think about what is quickening within us? What is that movement, that tickle, that little that little thing that lives inside of us that we can feel in our heart and in our soul that's just starting to give itself movement. Like, what is quickening within us? What is coming alive within us? So that by the time we hit uh solstice, spring equinox, we're going to really my hope is that we have this really clear understanding of what is becoming alive and vital within us as we move forward.
Mm. And that's I in this time of darkness, literally, because we're still in the winter season, and also literally in the sense of looking out at the collective and seeing the suffering and turmoil that's
Yeah.
happening. This was coming through so potently for me, especially after the loss of my Facebook account the other day, which
Yeah.
is we need to really anchor more into the life we want to co-create. Yes, we need to speak to injustice and we need to do our work and we need to excavate the shadows. We also really need to welcome in the light. We also really need to allow this quickening of the butterfly inside. Yes,
Yeah.
we are going to work so much with this butterfly energy in February.
Yeah.
It's we need to allow ourselves to have the wings to fly above the bullshit and be like, I'm going to help, but I'm also not going to be in the suffering of it.
Yeah.
And this is a time of remembering our power.
Well, and I think this is a time of breaking open, right? Like things are cracking, and so we're seeing we talk so much about the light, right? But I think what's happening is that there's like a spotlight being shown on injustice now, and that's because things are breaking apart.
Mhm.
And I just am so excited for this ritual we're doing on February. Look, I love seasonal shenanigans and I love all the things we do. Every 6 weeks we do another ritual and people can join us for every ritual or one or two, like whatever. It's great. But what I really love about this one that's coming through as we are facing all this injustice, is like this idea of the cracking open of what it we are being shown so clearly, and the light is coming through, and it's not like some peaceful aura where it's like, "Oh, the light is here." No, it's like the light is shining through, we're going, "Holy shit, is that what's behind the dark corner? Oh, crap." Right? Like, so sometimes this clarity is always awesome, but sometimes we see exactly what we don't want to see, and that's not bad. It just that's also clarity, right? And, oh, and Holly
I
just
told
commented
Holly I
trees,
told
yeah.
Holly the story about the cracking in trees earlier, yeah, that I literally didn't even know could happen because 'cause I've never seen a tree get that cold that quick, but
Mhm.
oh, yes, this opening is actually really interesting that you brought that up too, because before we went live, I had a session with, Samia Phoenix. She's an energy worker and a nutritionist and does a lot of cool things, part of the Passionistas community, and the energy work she was doing on me, she's like, "I just keep receiving this message that you're opening, you're opening, you're opening." There it is again, like, and it's the season where the life starts to appear. It's there, right? The life is always there, but it's we can see it starting to appear to open, the snowdrops. The
Yeah,
little shoots that start
yeah,
to come through, the green returning to the grass, the leaves really kinda letting go of their last little hanger-oners so that they can prepare for what comes next.
yeah, it's so
So, yeah, and I just logistically, in case you don't know about seasonal shenanigans, it is a bundle, and as Dr. Bird said, one ritual at a time. You can go either way. Some people have kinda signed up for one, and then they're like, "I wanna come back for a second." It is a massive savings to get the bundle, but
huge.
a huge savings to get the bundle, especially because if you sign up by the 31st, we're layering in all these extra goodies, the immersion, the course. And then everybody is going to have access to the community. You only get access to the shenanigans portion of the community if you're in the cohort, because it would be impossible for me to invite and disinvite people to the cohort if they're just in one ritual. But the larger community is available to everyone, literally everyone, even if they're not participating in our rituals. So um, I'm super excited. And that is out here and available, and people have started joining. So, yay. We got to get
Yay!
your booty in there, Dr. Bird.
Oh, you want me to sign up?
You kind of need to be in the chat room with the Shenanigans group, don't you?
Oh, yeah, send me the link then,
I will.
so I don't forget. Whatever. And I have to do things too. Damn it. I don't just put in there. No.
You gotta put your email in. But yeah,
Okay.
we've been doing this now together. I've been hosting Wheel of the Year rituals for literally 18 years now, and I have never had so much fun as I do with my friend Dr. Melissa Bird, PhD, because we crack each other up, and we also just bring our own perspective. We sometimes have quite different perspectives, and we bring different words and glimmers and messages in that different people resonate with at different times, and it's beautiful because
And
we
then sometimes we pull the exact same tarot card from 2 completely different decks.
that
And
was our first ritual
it was our
together.
first ritual, and we both pulled the card autumn, and I was like, "It's not autumn, it's the middle of the summer." And I was like, "That's a dumb card." I put it back. And then
I
you
remember.
and then you pulled the autumn card, and I was like, "Son of a gun."
It was so funny.
It was hilarious. Like,
It
we do
was
this all the time, though.
yeah.
So, that's the joy of all of this, I think, is it's just so who we need more joy and fun in our rituals, not so much seriousness like, "Oh, we're gonna sit on this stool and we're gonna and go into a deep, serious meditation, and then we're gonna write." I don't know why my voice got like
I don't know why your voice is doing this
I
either.
look like it. 'Cause really, we're just supposed to have a good fucking time when it comes to our spiritual growth.
Yes, and there's a time and a space for the more serious stuff, for
I mean,
sure. It can be really
I
nourishing at
guess.
times.
I don't know.
Different. Not
I
for me.
find I have a lot more connection with spirit when I'm, listening to Metallica as I meditate.
Yeah, it's whatever is authentic to us, right? And so if you're a person that maybe has been taking yourself too seriously all the time, like I used to for sure, that can be a huge hindrance. That can be a huge blockage when it comes to actually expressing and exploring and experiencing. So the seasonal shenanigans, it's seasonal and it's shenanigans. We're celebrating the seasons and we're trying to bring some lightness and joy and fun to it and not overcomplicate it. I've been saying as I was writing the emails for our participants that are getting ready to go out as the reminders, like we normally the supplies you need are a journal and a pen. If you want a candle for this one, you can bring a candle for
Oh,
this
sure,
one, but
bring
you
the light.
don't need
Bring the
anything.
light.
Yeah, just, be you and bring your light, but you can definitely bring a candle for this one. We like it's called Candlemas in
Amy!
Hi, Amy. So good to see you.
Friends.
Oh,
Uh, so I think we should. I already pulled the card. What am I talking about?
go
I
for
think
it.
we should pull some cards, and then I'm like, I already did it. So, um, and I figured since we're talking about light and breaking and like all the cracks opening and all the things, I pulled from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, which is
Beautiful.
one of my faves, and then I laughed really hard, especially because I literally just wrote while I was in that Imbolc writing group with Kate Ballou yesterday, I literally wrote about breaking out of a dark cave. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution and expression.
Hmm. I'm feeling personally attacked a little bit right now.
I feel personally attacked myself because we were just talking about what Imbolc means when it comes to these things. And I am like, oh, geez. Like, how does spirit do this every single time? Hi, Alyssa. How?
Hi.
How? How? Okay, so here is the message for people who are thinking about joining us for this beautiful and amazing ritual on February 1st. You are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. I think you're getting called out. We hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed. Sculpted for lifetimes, the voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large.
Mm. Snap into that because yes, that's exactly.
The big message is that when you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Speak to those that can hear you. Mhm.
Sorry, y'all, if my energy influenced this reading at all, but I think it's really true for all of us, and I tend to represent collective trends. Yeah.
There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone, and the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. For any of you who are joining us, if you have not read my Substack from today, which I totally channeled while I was writing in the word witch circle,
There it is.
almost word for word, the giggles. Yes, Amy, we have the giggles.
That's how we
We
are
always
together.
have the giggles over here.
We do. So are you ready for the real fun resonance of what I pulled?
I'm not, but let's bring it.
Okay. We've got the Order of Melchizedek,
Oh, I love the Order of Melchizedek. Yes.
which
Yep.
is about being embraced by light, uncovering your mission, and don't give up. So I was like, I'm looking at my card over here as you're reading the meaning from your book, and I was just like, okay, it's pretty much the same message. That's what wants
Same,
to come through this card.
same thing.
Is we need to be embraced by the light right now to keep doing our thing and rise above, and the justice and the sharing our voice and shining our light, it's all here. And we are being reminded not to give up. And I think that is what is so unique about our medicine together is it is not separate from justice.
Mm-mm.
It's not at all, which is why the mission is here and why that reminder to not give up is here. Because again, we are really like, we acknowledge the bullshit, the darkness, the shadows that aren't the sensual shadows. The sensual shadows are real fun. The bullshit shadows are not fun, and they need to be excavated and brought to the surface, but we also can't get stuck in them. We need to be able to shine the spotlight and then go play and not be so serious and focused on all of the awful things happening.
You
So
know what's really glorious about us pulling these 2 cards? Is that it just harkens so beautifully with the spirit of Brigid.
it
Like
does.
like, her losses leading, even though she is, this patron saint of motherhood and all of these other things, like, it just harkens to the loss that she felt and how, as a goddess, she reminds us to carry on despite what we are grieving.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
I might have to pull some of my old Brigid devotional poems out to read at our ceremony on
Ooh.
Sunday. So, yes, the details for that, it is Sunday, February 1st, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm actually going to post a link in the chat right now just in case anybody doesn't have it and needs it. But um, we have so much fun with these, and they're low pressure. I think, I'm starting this free community. People can sign up for it. We have the seasonal shenanigans portion in there that's private for that cohort. And then there's even deeper work I'll be doing throughout this next year and inviting people into something that's way more involved. Seasonal shenanigans is nice because it's bite size. It's every 6.5 weeks. It's not you have to show up for the weekly class or, that you're getting behind on course materials. There's none of that. And that's a problem we'll address in my group when we get there. But that's not the issue of seasonal shenanigans. This is like you want to make sure you have these really powerful moments of presence to look outside your window, to see what's happening with Mother Earth, to see what's happening inside yourself, and to come together in a community where other people are also tuning into the energy. It amplifies it so much when we do it collectively.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so fun.
So juicy good, and it's not a bazillion dollars. It's, like, not a Brazilian dollars, and it's,
Yes.
like,
The
the
whole year is $250. That includes, because we decided to throw in bonuses, for the people that signed up early, you're getting a bonus ritual now because we added in winter solstice. It really is this whole calendar year now. We're gonna pull you a individual seasonal card pull. It'll either be me or Dr. Bird that sends you a one-on-one message with your card and your message for the season. That's a bonus we've added in. And then the butterfly method course for lifetime and an immersion, which that alone is like, if you were buying it from me, would be like $170. So
yeah.
you're getting 2 rituals plus a course plus like the price
Plus
you're
the
paying
tarot
plus
card
books.
reading.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good.
So
And
many.
if you just wanna join us on February 1st, it's like $40.
Yeah. $40 for one ritual. So, yes, we'd love to have you join us. I have had people be like, honestly, $250 is a lot for me right now. Literally, so get you. There is no judgment. Just message me and I set you up a payment plan that you can pay over the course of
A
the
year.
cohort. Yeah. So,
Yep.
do not stress about it. If you are like, I really want this, we're trying to make it both gate kept enough to not just have random strangers on the internet show up who are not the right fit, but also accessible enough that most of our people can do it, or they just ask us for a payment plan and it's easy peasy. Yeah. So
Well, I have had a beautiful time with you, Miss Safrianna,
that
talking about the final countdown. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I love that you titled this chat that. It just brings me such joy. Um, thank you. I'm so excited. And also the card pulls
the
stuff.
card pulls always. Yes. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us and watching us giggle.
Seeing you, sweetheart. I love you. Liz is the
Yes.
best. I love you. I don't
Be
have
the light.
Yeah, be the light.
This is beaming into you. We are activating that in you, whether you are joining us or not. The light is coming through, friends. Believe
That's
in
right.
yourselves. We believe in you. We love you. We'll see you back here again soon.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye. Yes, light being Holly. Bye.